What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is the Arkatech Beatz music production live stream. It is your main man Juggernaut of
Arkatech Beatz.
If it's your first time here, welcome. I gotta get my mic to sound nice. My mic is not sounding nice right now, and I don't like it. So we gotta fix that. Shout out to everybody that comes into the live every night. We do music production and beat making. We are multi-platinum producers. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get this mic to sound right. Shout out to everybody that's in the live. Like I said, every night we get together, man. We do music production, beat making, tutorials. We use the MPC XSE. For those who have been here before, y'all know I cook up every night. I pick a sample, I get busy, and then people ask me questions about anything happened to the music business. That's what we're here to do. That's what we do. So, let me get started into this. I got the sample here. It's a little grimy, huh? I like it. That's about 75. That's gonna be a slow flow. It's gonna be a slow flow, a slow boom bap flow today. Let's see who's with it. Let's see who can manage it, right? Slow boom bap flow. This right here got my samples in it. We're going to name the track the samples. We're going to get this looped up. 4 bars. Yes. Probably get it to about 78. Copy the track over. I sampled some drums. I chopped it up. If you notice, you know, so it's a loop that I got cut up. Let's get that out of there. Right, let's go. Nice and grimy. Nice and grimy. Let's go. Let's go. What I'm doing now is I'm just checking the wave to make sure that the wave is starting and ending where I want it to end. Sometimes what happens is that you may have a wave that has too much artifacts at the end. And you're trying to cut that off so that it doesn't kind of create extra noise in your track. What you'll notice is that if you have samples that have too much air in them, like all of that stuff builds up after you start adding tracks. And all of a sudden you're like, damn, why is my track so noisy? It has all that extra air in it. So we want to try to truncate the tail of this so that it ends kind of cool. Like, you know, it doesn't carry out too far. Because we can always kind of add effects to make it do that. But we don't want it to do it on its own without the extra effects, if that makes sense. Lay down, ready? One more time, let's go. To the 32. We're going to go to the 32. We're going to overdub that, and then we're going to add this. All right, we're going to add that little part into it. Ready? Let's go. out to everybody that's in the chat, man. No L, Swagger, Ashton, what up? So now what we want to do, we want to get some of this noise out of some of these tracks, right? Make sure that this kick drum is starting nice and tight. Kind of want to have a nice round feeling to it. Right here. Make sure that joint is good. Make sure there's no clicks at the end. Shout out to everybody that's in the live, man. Shout out to everybody that's liking the live, man. Sending the gifts. Hero, I see you. What up? Jim, I see you. Born Ready, I see you. Ariel Star, I see you, man. Thomas, I see you. I appreciate y'all. You starting late tonight again, man. Maybe them summer nights, man. Getting them kids out of the pool and all of that stuff, man. So, you know. Hero, no doubt. Flocko, what up? Let's go. Gotta love this type of stuff. Gotta love it. Gritty Committee. We're going to copy the sequence to the next sequence. For right now, we're going to call it sequence 2 until we determine what's going to be the hooks in the verses. But we're not sure yet. And we're going to copy this into 2. And we're going to go back to the sample. Now, I know y'all heard the rest of how the sample is riding out. So let's. I'm gonna let it play out. Listen. I see you. What up? Yo, make sure y'all share on the live. Make sure y'all liking the live. Yo, that joint sound like a Scooby-Doo. Like a Scooby-Doo mystery. Like they just found out that the professor was the freaking culprit all along. I'm like, that joint sound crazy at the end, boy. I tell you. Listen, I love myself a good sample, man. Y'all listen, y'all have no idea. Like a Halloween mystery, right? Yo, shout out to everybody in the live, man. Listen, bro, I see you, man. I see everybody, man. Listen, we got to bring this one to life now, right? We got to get it to really, really muddy up. Then we have to try to find a way to now to bring out, if you hear there's a constant string that's in it, we want to kind of bring that out to kind of give this that hook dynamic, right? We want to bring that out. Probably find a lower end piano that can kind of drive some of that bass line in a little bit more. And if I could find a spooky sound, a spooky lead that can kind of go on top of it, kind of like, in my mind. Now, this is in my mind. This is what I hear in my brain. And y'all tell me if I'm tripping and I hear it. But kind of like that really menacing horn that you would hear like in the shook ones. When you hear that going on, like, to kind of give us that dynamic for the hook to make it bigger, right? And these are the things that we have to kind of remember, like, we're taking from everything, we're looking for everything to kind of make sure that we can get something that's going to sound original, something that's going to sound like a purge siren, right? So like you got all these type of things that's going to make the hook to sound bigger and meaner and like when you hear it now, you're driving real fast. And, we hope you don't crash out. Let's go.
Arkatech Beatz.
Yo, shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D. Yo, today, man, we got together today. We was cooking up some joints in the lab. Trying to work out some things, man. We're about to terrorize y'all for the summer. And for those people who've been rocking with me for the last 45 days, we got some real heat in that burner. Mr. V Van vibe, right? That's what I'll be hearing at the end. Like it reminds me of the Mr. V Van. I ain't gonna hold you. All right, so let's do one more plugin, and we're gonna make this into our string patch. Let's just get that out the way first. Let's get the easiest parts out the way. So would you ever want to produce for Mike? Mike who? Steven is asking. Would I ever like to produce for Mike who? Which Mike we talking about? We talking about Killer Mike? He said Mike Jones. Yo, listen. If it's working, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm not familiar. But we have worked with Killer Mike. I don't know if you remember those days when Killer Mike was on MTV. He used to have this show. He used to be on this show called Made. And so he had an episode where he worked with these two girls called the BB Guns. Shout out to them. They're from the Bronx. And we did the music for that episode with him. You know what I mean? The joint that we got with Killer Mike is a joint called Never Ran. And then we got another record with him that we did with Sean Anthony Baker called Don't Leave Me Lonely. And then we got a bunch of unreleased stuff. Stay tuned. Right there, and then we're gonna get a little bit more tremolo on it, and we should be good. Shout out to everybody that's in the live, man. Let me tell you. I want to get these lives started earlier. You know, like I want to do the sweet spot 9 o'clock, but my kids is out of school, man, and you know what I'm saying? And they not that young to be like, yo, go to bed at 8 o'clock. You know, it don't really work like that. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to work that time out. I don't really want it to be too much later because what I'm noticing is that we on this thing for 2-3 hours. You know? And it's not even like I'm trying to go 2-3 hours. It just happens. You know what I mean? Like we just be doing stuff and then people start chatting. And then what we're trying to do is we start sharing information, and then people are asking questions, and I like that people answering questions because like sometimes we be in the lives and people are not answering the questions about this business, man. This business is crazy and it's very nuanced, and I want people to ask questions, man, and I want people to be clear on what's going on. People have questions about the books, people have questions about making beats, people have questions about how to start, what equipment to get, where to go, you know, things, just everything, you know what I mean? So I really want to be that resource, but I know that we have limited time in doing so. But at the same time, you know, if the chat is talking, you know, I want the chat to keep talking so we can keep moving and keep grooving, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, thank you guys for doing what you're doing. Thank you guys for showing up every night, just checking me out, you know, really participate in the live and keeping everybody engaged. I appreciate that. Y'all liking the live last night. I think we did like almost 50,000 likes last night. You know what I mean? So shout out to y'all, man. Like it was crazy. And people were sharing the live, liking the live. A ton of new followers. Thank you for that. People were sending roses and stuff because all that stuff helps the algorithm. You know, super chats, all that stuff that helps the algorithm. It helps these platforms share this live. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to establish a new kind of norm in this music business, man, where people are helping each other, people are supporting each other's music, trying to really see what's going on and really understanding what's happening in the business right now. So let's get back to this grimy. Hero says, man, the lives are always informative. Yo, that's the plan, bro. Is to really make it informative because y'all been through a lot. so just to kind of to put it in some really raw perspectives, I have seen a lot. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot, and I'm blessed to still be here. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of times where you be like, boy, that was close, bro. That was close. Like, man, that one was close. You know, and you know, it just basically is a testament to saying, hey, we're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be doing this right now. For those people who are just starting, it's not too late. If you found a live, that means that you're supposed to be doing it now. You're hearing it now. You're hearing it from me now. I'm telling you can do it now. The internet has equaled the playing field. To those who understand what to do, it has equaled the playing field. You just have to know what to do, and you have to be consistent in doing so, and you'll be okay. Trust when I tell you, you'll be okay. So listen. Let's get the grimy string in here. Let's go. Make sure that my string arrangement didn't carry over and cut it off. Okay, we're good. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this snare, right, it's kind of driving me crazy. Hold on a second. It feels like it's slow, like, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna make this part the verse. I mean the hook rather. Look, the joint that we cooked up yesterday, that we cleaned up yesterday. Sheesh. Man, that joint went crazy, boy. I listened to that bad boy loud today. I was like, man, we went nuts last night, chat. We went crazy on that joint. For those who didn't check out the live last night, man, check out that live last night. Sheesh. That joint, that beat was going crazy. But the in the ghetto, it was like it had all of the. It was going crazy. All right, so let me let's get some more sounds in here, right? Let's get some more sounds in this joint. Shout out to everybody that's coming into the live now. It says, "Are we the architects that did Why You Do That by Max B?" Yes. Yes. Yes.
Arkatech Beatz.
Can't wait for Max B to get home. Listen, when Max B come home, I'm telling y'all, the joints that we got for him, sheesh, you know, trying to hold him, but we're gonna let it do what it do. So let's find some sounds that we can put in here. First, let's try some falls. Let's do that first. Listen here, man. The Max B joint is very, very special. Special. You know what I mean? Like I can't even. It's something that was, you know, just meant to happen. To be honest with you, because he really wasn't supposed to have that record. It's a perfect example of preparation meeting the right timing.
Arkatech Beatz.
How do I feel about Little Brother? They don't. That's it right there. And look how many sounds we just found, right? That's kind of all in that same vein, and that's what I talk about, folks, going into their sound library, making sure you're searching and just putting stuff. When you hear it, just put it into your, you know, to save it, put it into your joint, put it into your bank, because you don't know when you're gonna need it. In my mind, I'm like, I would never use that, right? But you know, I guess it's gonna work tonight, right? Let's go. gonna call that sound? That sound is crazy. That's just sounds like something out of A Quiet Place. I don't know what. Nah, maybe that's what we call it, A Quiet Place. Yeah, I like that. What else? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so shout out to everybody that's in the live, man. Sunday night, man. We're gonna use that one. Juan Hernandez is asking this, but this is the guy that did Nonchalantly for Killer Army. Yes. Yes. Let's try it again. Yo, Rich, you know what it really say. I'm just keeping it PC. Yo, chat, I need a name for the beat. Let's go. For those people that are new here, man, Arkatech Beatz, man, Big Pun, Nas, Prodigy, Mobb D, Raekwon the Chef, Jada Kiss, Killer Mike, The Game, yes, Killer Army, Boot Camp Click. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been around the block, bro. Been around the block a few times. Freddie Gibbs, let's go. Boy Swagger said he wants to name it the Sniper. Richard said it's fearsome. Now you see how the difference went from when I went from the hook to the verse. Like you heard all of those extra things in it, and then when I go to the verse, you hear the actual sonic difference. Let's listen to it right now, right? So I think there's an electric piano that can go in here. There's a few things, man. There's a few things that we can go in here and still do, right? But we're 45 minutes in. We're 45 minutes in, and I want to name this one chat, and then I want to try to jump into one more before, because I kind of electric guitar too, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Hero, listen, there's so many things that we can do with these things, and I guess what I'm trying to illustrate is just trying to get people's ears to hear the different instrumentations that you can add to samples. Because I think what people sometimes don't be realizing is like, yo, they're like, oh, you're sampling. Yeah, you're sampling, but it don't have to end right there. Remember, the sample itself is an instrument. Now, if I decide to go back into the sample, chop it up, I can chop it up and I can replay it a different type of way. Like, it all depends on how you want to manipulate it and how much time you want to put into each track, right? So, and then there's still more sounds that I can get. I can still go back into more cinematic sounds, more movie score type sounds, and kind of help to bring out that kind of feel, right? And then if I really want to go a step further, I can go in now. I can go find my favorite, one of my favorite, gangster movie verses or quotes. Take that stuff, run it into 11 Labs AI, use the voice, change it over into some different words, and then put that as part of an intro. But see, that's a whole nother game right there. Listen, AI right now, man, has put you in a whole nother league, bro. Like, you can take people's voices and you can do whatever you want to do. You could take Franklin Saint, you can make him say whatever you want him to say. Like, it's different now, bro. It's different. It's different. It's not what it used to be. You know what I mean? So until they can copyright people's voices, you know what I'm saying? I built this brick by brick. Let's go. For the beat, let's go. Chat, I need a name for the beat. That's number one. Chat, I need the like button to go crazy. That's number two. We need to get this algorithm to go crazy for Sunday. If you're on YouTube, man, share the live. Yo, Hero, I like Mr. Hero said mystery van. Loopy Trap Song says, am I using the version 3.5? Yes. But not the desktop right now, I'm just standalone. And do I like it? Yeah, man. It's fine to me. Really? Listen, Trap Star, just to put it in perspective, man. You know, like, my first MPC is an MPC 2000, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if I got an MPC that can remove stems and can warp and stretch sounds, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like everything else is like a plus. You know what I'm saying? Like a VST and all that other stuff is pluses. You know what I'm saying? So I come from a different type of era, so I'm used to having no tools at all. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes people are in a situations. I think people are in a situation where they want too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, my bad. Not even. I'm not. I'm wrong in saying my first Akai is my first Akai is an Akai SO1. I want y'all to Google that Akai SO1 so you can look at it and see the type of sampler that I started with. An Akai SO1. Yep, not an MPC one. An Akai SO1. S is in Sam 01. My take on drill, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I got a few drill joints that I do here and there. I just don't really kind of, I just don't really kind of like, I'm not on it like that because, I kind of want music to kind of have, I kind of want music to be a little bit more like, don't get me wrong, I like aggressive music, man, but I need it to be a little bit more substantive. You know what I mean? Like, no knock to the drill. We had did a mixtape, a mixtape instrumental where we did a bunch of Chicago drill songs. And we did that in maybe like 2012. You know what I'm saying? And we worked with a bunch of guys out of Chicago, young guys. Shout out Young Chris, Big Chris, and them out of Chicago and those guys. I will, Sasha Go Hard. Those young guys and gals. Yo, I think the Akai had like 16 seconds, bro. Like, it was real low, bro. Listen, that's what I'm saying, man. Like the limitations on the old equipment, man. You had to have something to sample. Then you need something to sequence, and then something to program your drums, right? A lot of guys was working like that, right? If you had an S950, you was gold because of the fact that it could stretch a little bit. It could make samples stretch a little bit, and you had the situation where you can take those joints and you can filter it like crazy, and those filters on those were crazy. And then by the time you got an ASR, if you got an ASR 10, those filters was nuts, right? Like those filters on that thing, like if I would have known that the filters on that thing was going to be what it was, I would have never had, I just didn't value it like I should have, if I'm being 100% honest. You know what I'm saying? It was a very big keyboard. Maybe I bought it too big because I bought the 88 keys. It was weighted and it was like 130 pounds, So maybe it was like, it just felt like it was like anytime I had to move, like you had to get, you couldn't carry it by yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? You had to really literally had to get two people to carry it because of how bulky it was. You know what I'm saying? Like you just couldn't imagine having a keyboard that you got to carry with two people everywhere like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like a case that you could put it in and pull it around. For those of people who go to the gym, I know what 135 is like. You know what I'm saying? So, imagine that as a keyboard, not as weights. You know what I mean? So, shit, we just worked with what we had, man, and we did the best what we could with it. think I remember trading in my. Listen, don't torch me for this, but I traded in. I traded in my ASR. I believe I traded it in for a freaking Triton. Can you imagine that? Like a Triton, like a Triton, like it was a Triton, and it was like, why would I have done that? And it was like, by the time I got to Triton, I'm like, yo, I don't like none of these sounds. I was tight. It was tight, man. Tight. That's what you call following the sound, or following the trend. Trying to follow a trend of sounds that was just like, it was just trash, man. I was mad, man. I was mad at myself when I did that, man. Another right, another keyboard that I like that I had was the Phantom X6, X7, X7 or X6. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like that was dope with the Roland one. It had a particular sound to it, man. Like I like that one a lot. Yeah, it was a frenzy for that Triton at the time. Remember, because everything was being done during that DMX time, so it was like Triton sound, Triton sound, Triton sound. Like, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? I'm sucking my teeth, man. Like that's all I could do. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the best way to say this respectfully? Some things are just hype, man. You know what I'm saying? And you just need to know, like, you need to know what's hype and what's not hype, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes an artist will come and the sound will come along with it, and it's really just hype. It's industry hype, and you can't fall for it, man. It's just hype, man. And back then, I didn't know it was hype. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a hype. Like that music, although it was impactful at the time, it's not gonna be like those records that everybody's gonna go back to, or when people are mentioning their top 10, those people don't even be in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because that music just wasn't. It was hype. You know what I'm saying? When you look back at it, it's like, damn, like the music industry pressed the promo button, and made everybody believe that it was a lot better than it really was. But if you take that same artist or those same music and you put it on anybody else, it wouldn't work. You know what I'm saying? If you could take a certain beat, a certain thing, and you could put it on different artists and it still works, you know it's really what we talk about, classic music. So what was the name that we got for this beat? We call it Mystery Van. What else we have? Mystery Van. What else did we get? I think Mystery Van was like, I like the Mystery Van, but I need it to be this one. Like, gotta get it going. Chang, what up? You know the joke, Hero, is that when you got beats, what we try not to do is we try not to name them after particular cities, because people have hatred for certain cities. So you can have a beat pack and you put like too much, New York or California names or down south names in them, and certain artists won't even play them because they're named with New York or California or something like that. True story. We're gonna call it Mystery Ops. Shout out to you, hero. Not quite Mystery Van, but we were close. I still need to go back and mix 40 Below Boots. Alright, we got those two in there, right? Those two things. So this is Mystery Ops, right? So Kaz, what up? Yeah, we're gonna cook this one up. The question is how we want it to sound. So the warpness, right, bro, is so that when we pitch it, it stays in key, bro. Like if I want to add additional instruments in it, it doesn't put us in a situation where we have to now tune the individual instruments to go with where we tune the sample. You know what I mean? So we want to warp stuff when we can. If it starts to give us too much artifacts, or if it starts to sound too wavy or too weird, we can always try using a different algorithm here, right? Because right now it's on the default Pro 10. We can see if we get it cleaner by going through either repitch or the other one on the algorithm. If it still doesn't sound good, then that's an indication to us to slow it down, right? Because sometimes we might want it to take it to a pitch that just doesn't sound good. You know what I'm saying? Or we might need to take the tempo up to compensate for what it's doing for the pitch. You know what I mean? So right now we're at a tempo of 80. I'm trying to warp it to maybe, I'm trying to change the tune up, maybe 2 semitones. And in old language, and this is a tip for those using those old, the old the MPC 2000, etc. For every semitone, used to account for like certain numbers in terms of pitch, right? Not pitch, I mean in BPMs. So if I was to tune it up by 1 or 2 semitones, there used to be a calculation in my brain, can't remember right now, but it used to be a calculation where I would have to change the BPMs for every time I changed the pitch one time. I would have to change the BPM to keep it on the loop. And that's the way that I kept my joints looping correctly when I changed the pitch, was because I had that calculation every time I turned it up 1 or 2 notches. I knew to change the BPM. So we have to just kind of pay attention to what the warp is going to do. And let's see how it sounds. You know what I'm saying? See how it feels. A lot of it is a feeling. Does it feel good when we warp it up and when we loop it? Let's see what it does. You know what I mean? I got it on the wrong track though. Let's loop it up, see how it sounds. Nah, bro. I want you to ask those questions, man. It's a valid question because you can hear it. You hear it when I warp it. You can hear how it sounds. So for people who are coming into it trying to say like, well, why is it using the warp if it makes it sound a particular way? Listen, it's something that we have to talk about. And those are the kind of questions that's kind of, the technical questions that have to kind of help to develop our sound where we want it. Because remember, we're sample-based producers. If we're doing that, we have to understand how do we manipulate it to get it to go where we want it to go. It's us against the sample, right? I think if we go to 84, see how it starts feeling better? That C sharp has a better feel too. Alright, we're gonna use that. Off to me, bro. Hold on a second. space in the front. We got space in the front. That's better. You had to cut off a little bit of the front, man. It wasn't looping right. It wasn't falling on the on the one. Let's get that down. And listen, you know, like some of the stuff that I lay down in these tracks are fundamentals. Let's go. how we gonna convert this? We just chopping this up. I want to play around with something. I want to see something. We can do something with it. You see where I'm going with it right here. Like I know I wasn't gonna do it at first, and I said, my mind said, try it with the chops and see if it feel better. You know what I mean? Like everything is an experiment here. You see what we can do with that? And now we're gonna play a different type of game. We put effects on this biatch. And when we do that, watch what happens. Now these chops gonna sound like they was all together. All in together now. Shout out to everybody that's in the live, man. We had 10,000 likes. We appreciate that. We're a little low on the roses though, man. What happened to the roses? The roses help the algorithm. Help the algorithm. Help a brother out, man. What's going on? Let's get the algorithm to work for us, you know what I'm saying? So the algorithm could start promoting. Sphinx, what up, man? Y'all ready? Too much. Too much. Too much. Too much. you can. There's two things that's happening with the chops. Is that one, you have more control over it, and two, you can really hone into the timing, right? You can make it really stay on the grid the way you want it to stay when you have the chop, versus kind of being at the mercy of if the sample is going to stay on task. I'm gonna program it in, and I'm gonna have this, and then I'm gonna have the original, so I have a chance to go between the two. But it's just a matter of what feels better. You know what I'm saying? So when we're playing it, we got to make it see. We got to decide what it feels better. I would always take it car tested. Car testing, man. Car testing will tell you, man. Take it in the car. You know what I mean? Do a little export. Take it in the car. Do a car test, and see how that feels. You know what I mean? And if it feels, play both of them. See which one feels better. See which one makes you go above the speed limit. You know what I mean? Play it down. Crazy. Try it again. This one can trigger a little bit better. Chad, I need a name for this beat. those who came in late, that one was called Mystery Ops. And that's without the chops. This one's with the chops. Kind of like it without the chops. Yeah, without the chops is good. Everything is an experiment, open to subjectivity, and we try to see what feels the best, man. Yo, we about an hour and 40 minutes into the live. I want to open it up to any questions. Ask me anything, man. Like let's get some dialogue going, because it is kind of late, but I'd rather answer something than nothing. You know what I mean? Jacoby, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all being here and tuning in and just engaging in the live and keeping everybody engaged. And the YouTube going crazy right now. Everybody in there talking, and the community growing. And that's what I like to see, that community growing. I want to make sure people are getting to work, though. Making sure y'all are, when I'm getting on, this is your chance also to get on, get your music going at the same time. Nah, we didn't do no flashback memories for Raekwon and Jet Game. We didn't do that. We did a lot of songs for Raekwon, bro. Like, we did like on the Mobilarity, we did the intro, we did Casablanca, we did Live from New York, we did The Table, and then we did Jury, featuring Kim Stevens, who's my wife. Who else? What else? Then we got Broadway Junction with Nas. So that's on our YouTube. It's an unreleased, but it's released. Well, we released it, but it's an unreleased. It's Raekwon and Nas called Broadway Junction. Check that out. We got other records from him like Ray Rock Realty. We got another song called Black Harrison Ford. Another song called Spitfire, We got probably a whole, maybe about 2 albums of Raekwon music. Currently, I'm from the Bronx, New York. We're currently in Atlanta.
Arkatech Beatz, Beatz, Beatz.
Arkatech
Who been using the new MPC software, man? What y'all think? Who's been using it? Who tried it? A new MPC software, MPC 3, the new desktop software. Zales, appreciate you. Back to the Grammy stuff. Let's go. I know what you meant. Shout out to everybody that's in the live. Shout out to everybody that's in the live. Yeah, man. And this is what we did last night. For those who wasn't here last night, I'll play what we did last night for those who missed it. But you'll miss the treat, so go back and watch it. It's on YouTube. Make sure you go back and watch it. We basically built this whole thing last night. Well, we didn't build it last night, but we fixed it because we built it in a previous session, and then we put everything together. Big hook, big verses. Got it going. Let's go.
Arkatech Beatz.
Let's go. When that joint goes, it's like a freight train coming, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Sometimes you catch a real good one. When I say you catch a good one, man, you catch a good one, bro. This is the one we did the night before last. So for y'all that just coming into the lives, man, if it's y'all first time here, man, we here every night. We be cooking up. We be going through these beats. And I'm walking people through how we do it, you know what I mean? Let's try that again. Let's try it again. Nah, let's not do that.
Arkatech Beatz.
Listen. You joints be going crazy, man. I don't know where y'all at, man, but y'all gotta make sure y'all tuning in, man. Y'all gotta make sure y'all tuning in, like for real. If you're not tuning in, I don't know. You gotta tune in, man. You gotta make sure y'all tuning in. You gotta make sure y'all liking it live. Make sure y'all sharing the roses and all the good stuff, man. We gotta keep this momentum going. We've been on live 46 days straight. Oh, we gotta make this into we ain't do this one, hero. Oh man, I didn't put this in song mode yet. I'm crazy. I'm tripping. Oh my gosh. Okay. I gotta do this one. I'm going crazy. I'm gonna do this one tomorrow. Because it's late right now. My brain ain't gonna function the right way. But this one, we gotta make this one big. Pause. Oh man. Oh man. We gotta make that. We gotta make it big. Pause. We can't. No Diddy. We're not doing it from scratch. What we're doing is I'm gonna sequence it. So I'm gonna sequence it, mix it, get all the parts together because I got the song laid out. So we got all the parts. We did all the parts to make the hooks and everything and to make the changes. We just never put it in song mode. So I need to put it in song mode so that we can export it to a beat pack. You bought what? You said only when you need it, you said? Come on, bro. You gotta book it out the box, man. Let's go. We here every night.
Love when you feel like it. Only wanna love when it feels right. I don't even want it. Call me when you need it. Only wanna talk when you feel like it. Only wanna love when it feels right. I don't even want it.
Yo. Hold on, bro. Let me load it up.
Love when you feel like it. Only wanna love when it feels right. I don't even want it. Call me when you need it. Only wanna talk when you feel like it. Only wanna love when it feels right. I don't even want it. Call me when you need it. Love when you feel like it. Only wanna love when it feels right. I don't even want it. Call me when you need it. Only wanna talk when you feel like it.
Yo, you gotta make it happen, man. You gotta get it to those folks. When you talk about getting it to certain people, you gotta get it to them. Bronx, New York, my brother. Brooklyn in the building. I'm in Atlanta now. Listen, I need you to get the NPC X, man. We here every night. Put on the notifications. I get on between 9 and 10 o'clock, give or take, right? Tonight was a little late. But I get on every night. Load your samples up, man, and just follow along, man, and build your beats, man. You know what I'm saying? Build your stuff until we can kind of get you kind of running into this thing. It's all about just, it's really simple when you really start looking at it, like, okay, this is what he got to do, you know? If you want to look on YouTube, YouTube got a bigger screen. You can probably see more of my screen. I'm probably going to wind up bringing this camera closer. Because I was looking at it today, and I'm like, yo, some of this image a little blurry. But I think I can get the camera closer. So I'm gonna adjust the arm probably tomorrow to get it closer down and make sure that we're at a good angle. You know what I mean? But yeah, we got a ton of beats, man. We did a ton of beats, bro. In the last 45 days, you know, we probably did about 100 tracks. I ain't gonna hold you. 'Cause we normally doing about 2 a night. Sometimes we do 3. So, you know, I'm thinking we about maybe like close to that. So,
Arkatech Beatz. Arkatech Beatz.
that beautiful shit right there. Let's go.
Arkatech Beatz. Arkatech Beatz.
That's where I'm going.
Arkatech Beatz.
Arkatech Beatz.
It's late, brother.
Arkatech Beatz.
DJ Slick is asking how long did it take us to make a beat. Hero, how long we be here when we made the beats, bro? 2 hours, 2 beats.
Arkatech Beatz. Arkatech Beatz. Arkatech Beatz.
he got it packed down. He said, I got it packed down. Listen, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the live, man. It's Juggernaut of Arkatech Beatz, man. Multi-platinum producers, Big Pun Nas, Jada Kiss, Prodigy of Mobb Deep, Raekwon the Chef, RZA. It's a volume 1 through 4. Killer Mike, Waka Flocka, Shorty Low, Young Boy Turk, Lil Scrappy. You name it, we did it. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you follow him, bro. Make sure y'all follow him. Make sure y'all follow him. Thanks everybody for sharing the live. Shout out to the new followers. We're here every night, man. We're really trying to get folks to get into this music business. That's really what we're trying to do. And we're trying to really show people what's going on. And as we start to develop the live, we're going to move, we're going to keep part of the live on this. And the next part of it, we're going to go to a private area. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to also kind of create a situation where if people want to be a little bit more close, then we'll probably do like the Zoom situation where we can walk through joints. I'll share like a sample. Everybody get their joints, start cooking up, showing what y'all supposed to do and how y'all supposed to do it, and make that into a private group. You know what I mean? Exclusive type of access type stuff, and then also with kits and stuff. And then we're trying to partner with some I'm gonna partner with some tech companies and some for plugins and that type of thing. Stay tuned, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been here. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it do what it do. Take some time, but we make it work. There's a ton of beats here.
Arkatech Beatz.
I'm gonna tell you the joke here. We did the interview with homie, man, but the issue was that he's out of the country, and for whatever reason, the streaming platform that I was using to film the interview, like his audio came through good, but his video came through like trash. And I'm just like, man, I can't do anything with it. The video came in so bad that it was like like how pixelated because it was like poor internet quality. And cause we talked to him for over an hour, and I was really tight about that. So he's a real cool dude, man. You know what I'm saying? So so we're gonna have to I reached out to him over this weekend, and then I'm gonna probably wind up shifting that platform to Zoom, because I wasn't really using Zoom to do our podcast, because Zoom doesn't really, like, the podcast platform that I was using, it allows me to kind of like do the intro for the podcast, insert videos, sound effects, and all that stuff. So it helps me to produce the podcast without having to edit the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So I can produce it in real time and don't have to worry about editing it. Now, if I go through the Zoom situation, I gotta edit it, and then that kind of creates a little bit more, takes more time consuming, which I don't have. I don't really have the time. So a lot of times I like to just record whatever we're recording on the podcast stream, and whatever it is, you know what I mean? And I'm not really trying to be in here trying to edit, because can you imagine trying to edit these videos? Like, we couldn't do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got the time. So I was trying to use that platform to do that, but because of the internet, I think it's really because it's cloud based, and then I'm using it for mine. I'm here. Mike is in Brooklyn. So I'm here. I'm in Atlanta. Mike is in Brooklyn. He was out of the country, so I'm not sure if it was, working the way I needed it to work. So, but I should have the interview by, the goal is to have it next week. We'll see where it goes. If not next week, then probably the next week after that. But that's gonna be Father's Day weekend, so it gets a little tricky. So I gotta figure it out.
Arkatech Beatz.
baddies are going. So shout out to everybody that joined the live, man. You know, we did another good live. Two joints, two dope beats. Yeah, man, let's do it, man. You know what I mean? Like, I want everybody to be working on something. Like, everybody should be working on something to get something out. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we're halfway through the year. It's 2025, man. Man, can you imagine? You couldn't have told me this when I was a kid that I'd be this old. I would never believe it. Shout out to everybody that's in the live, man. Ilium, what up, bro? Yeah, life be life and for real. See, I keep working, man. And then also too, what I would suggest, you know, for Born Ready, like what I would suggest, man, work in the cloud. And I know people may say, what you mean by that? Work in the cloud. So listen, everybody at this point, I know everybody got Google accounts. Work in the cloud, right? You should be working in, you might want, what you want to do is you want to, you got Google accounts. Do everything in Google Docs or do everything in Google Sheets. Like, you know what I mean? So not only are you saving physical copies to your computers, but also you got cloud backup. You know what I'm saying? So you can work anywhere, anytime, edits any place, anytime. You don't have to worry about if something happens to your computers and physical stuff happening to your computers. You know what I mean? So just kind of get in the habit of putting things on the cloud. Like, very seldomly do I do any kind of work that's not in the cloud. And then what I do is I wind up paying a little bit more for Google Drive in terms of storage. But I keep all of the documents, templates, and all that stuff. Yeah. Keep all of that stuff on there, Google Docs. You know what I mean? You ain't got to worry about losing anything. You know what I mean? And then, of course, if you need to, you know, download copies, you can always export it to Word or whatever, or Word or PDF. But you should have those options. You know what I mean? Hope that helps. What beats we did tonight? We did Mystery Van. Mystery Ops, rather. And then the other one, I call it Park Bench. It's another beat we did called Cold Nights. Let's see what this one sounds like. Yeah, that's Cold Nights. That was good. That was a good beat. I don't remember how these sound, man. That'd be killing me. Like, I'd be like, how come I don't know how this sounds? What's this one called? Lights. Yeah, man, we try to get it in. I gotta work on that one. That one is really just an idea, and I didn't do anything else with it. It's a dope introvert. It's a different name. Peace, brother. Peace. You in the building. We did it, but we didn't do it. Okay. So there's another beat that we're gonna have to fix. It's just too many. Yeah, I gotta get with currency too, man. Yeah, I think we did this already. Yeah, we did do this good. I gotta change the name. What was this one? Yeah, it's too many to remember, bro. And you know what the MPC needs to give me the ability to do. I need to be able to rename them. Like, so what I can do is, like, once it's finished, I can rename it and just say it's done, and I ain't gotta look back at it. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to rename it like finish or done or export it, something like that, so that I don't have to worry about loading it back up. Nah, I wasn't on rap battle back in the day. Damn, what's this one? This one was done, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's not done? Oh my gosh, what's going on with me? That is just crazy to me. Figure this out. So are they on SD card? So I have an SD card, and then I put a another drive in here. It's not that. It's that I need to be able to. I don't want to duplicate the files. I just want to be able to, like, once it's finished and it's mixed and I'm done with it, I don't have to. If I can just name it something different and it's like, okay, that's done. I don't have to worry about, opening it back up to see if I did it or not. And then the only other way to kind of do that is to probably keep the MP3 files and the song files in the same folder, so that when I see that the MP3 is named the same thing, then I can know that it's already done because I have an MP3. So that might be a way to do it, but I like to kind of keep my MP3 separate from. Yeah, but if I add an asterisk at the end of the name, I will be duplicating the file. So I don't want to duplicate the file. I take up twice the space in the drive. So I gotta figure it out. Definitely gotta figure it out, man. But I'm about to get up out of here. We'll be back on tomorrow. I gotta look for some more samples. I was really, like, at the 19th hour tonight looking for some loops. I'm like, let me find something that I could use tonight. And I had a hard time finding something that I liked, But we'll figure it out. We'll keep it pushing. It'll be day 47. I guess we're gonna do I'm gonna do a celebration on day 50. I guess I'm gonna see if I can get Mike D on day 50, and play through everything. You know what I'm saying? We see where it goes, how it goes. But listen, I want to thank everybody who jumped into the live. I appreciate everybody there. Yeah, Hero, I appreciate you. Born Ready, I appreciate you. Indian or Nothing, I appreciate you. 100 Proof. Rich Harmon, Askin, Ilium, I see you. You know what I'm saying? Boy Swag, I see you. You know what I mean? Bunch of folks, man. Appreciate y'all. Get up out of here. Let's go.